So welcome to another episode of the Adobe InDesign tutorial. This is the part 2 of the tutorial, and we're going to just take a quick dive into the rest of the tools right here. So now the tool you can actually see right here. Let me delete this first, and I can delete this too. So now I can see I have the interface that is Essentials Classic. If your interface is not in Essential Classic, or your InDesign is different from this kind of view, no worries. This thing is just some new set of tools which are just here. They're not gonna affect you anyway, so just try to grab the one that are available on your system for now. Okay, so let's see how far we can go with this. Now let's move. So we've talked about the pen tool actually, and the anchor point tool. So I'm going to discuss about the pencil tool. The pencil tool is notable for being an illustrator, and it's kind of quite useful to do. You can just draw stuff as if you're using a pencil, and this looks quite cool as I'm drawing stuff with pencil tool and stuff like that. Let's delete all this stuff and let's draw something sensible with pen tool. Okay, right, like this. Okay, now one thing you notice about the pencil tool is the fact that, look at it, it's kind of rough on the edges and on the outside part. Okay, so we're going to try to make it kind of quite smooth, and that is where we have the smooth tool. So look at the smooth tool, and with this I can just drag on top of the rough layer and everything gets adjusted. Now before you drag on top of the rough layer, make sure this shape is being selected using the selection tool. Then you can start whatever you want to start on it, as in I'm trying to make this as smooth as it can be. As you can see, it's getting smoother and smoother and smoother and smoother. Okay, it's going to take quite a lot of time, so I'm not really going to waste that much of time. So from the smooth tool, we have what we call the erase tool, and that's kind of quite useful. You can use it to erase. Just draw the form of a pencil and everything is being erased. So that's just basically all about. You need to know about the tools like that: the pencil tool, the smooth tool, and the erase tool. So let's go to the next one, which is the ellipse frame tool. Now the frame tool can be used for a lot of stuff, as in, trust me, a lot of stuff. Okay, so we are going to mostly see it in the rectangle frame tool. So you can draw a rectangle, okay, just like this. I could draw another rectangle just like this. Now where this stuff could become so important is the fact that you could add anything you want to add right in this place. Okay, once you click this, you could just go to the contents. I could make it a text. If I want the text to be fit right into this place, okay, I could make it to be fit. Just double click on it and I can type my text right here. Okay, that's kind of quite cool. Now one thing that is making it to be so cool is the fact that I've actually made sure that the content right here is selected for graphics, or I could just put it as unassigned anyway. So I'm just gonna select the graphic from this place. I could select any graphic I want to select, and I think I'm gonna have to just reduce the size of the stuff. Okay, size of this one, and also I can just drag this image. Look at this data science club final. I could drag the image right into the shape, and you see it fits right in. And for the customizing of what is inside this place, we can discuss that when we talk about bringing your graphics and importing images into InDesign. But this is just to show you how the tool works. So that's just one thing about the tool. So I'm going to delete all this. And next tool, which is right here, is you can actually draw any kind of frame you want to draw. The ellipse frame tool, the polygon frame tool, any one you wish to draw. Next one, which is the rectangle tool. I could draw rectangles, as in this is beautiful. Look, I could draw rectangle. The next one is circles, as in these are basic shapes that I created, all the complex shapes that So polygon tool, wow, this is cool. I could draw polygons too. So that is how cool it can actually sound when you're drawing this stuff. Now let's move. Next one, which is the scissors tool. I'm gonna have to make a representation of this. I'm gonna bring out the rectangle tool, and this is actually being drawn. Okay, and using the scissors tool, I could just go to the tip of this stuff and put up an anchor point right here, and put an anchor point right here. So good. The next thing to do is I've divided this shape successfully, and I can just drag this to any place on the drag it, drag this to any place on the drag it. As you can see, I have just divided this shape. Look, it's so good. Look how it look. Yeah, that's so beautiful. So that's what you use the scissors tool for, and that's all about the scissors tool. So now the next tool you want to get about here is the free transform tool. And the free transform tool has a lot of tools actually, but you don't know much about it. But you actually know about it. We have been using it since morning, but you don't actually know. So it's just a specific kind of tool developed for some kind of purposes. For example, using the free transform tool, I could actually move the tool anywhere I want to move it. Look, just almost like the selection tool. I don't even know why this tool is here, but that's the reason why it's here anyway. So anyway I want to move it. Next thing about it is the fact that I could press the rotate tool and I could do some extreme rotation. Look, ooh, this is so cool. So the next tool about, I think I could use the scale tool. I want to scale this up, down, down. This is so cool. Up, down, down. So as you can see, this is a very cool tool to use. I think this is the share tool. I could share it to the next side. I want to share it to look. I created a trapezium. Sorry. Is this a trapezium? I don't really know. So that's just what you could do with a free transform tool. Next one is the gradient swatch tool. You can use it to fill gradients. That means for colors. Fill gradients for your colors and stuff like this. So that means if you use this, the gradient swatch tool, you could do, you can see, you could do a lot of stuff. This is also found in Illustrator. You could shift it anywhere you want to shift it. And with the gradient feather tool, you could actually do a lot of stuff. By feathering, can make it to blend along with the background, making the colors to blend together. Look, this is kind of quite cool. So this is the gradient feather tool. The next one is the note tool. It's mostly just for taking notes. This tool is just for taking notes. The next one actually, which is very important, is the color tint tool. It's just used for picking colors. With this, I can pick a shades of color, black, white, anyone on the pick. And this is kind of a very cool and useful tool. The next one I can see right here is the hand tool for moving your artboard. Okay, any way you want to move it and stuff like that So the size tool, so this is the zoom tool. You can use it for zooming and stuff like that. So on the next episode, we're going to talk about the interface and everything you need to know about the interface. Talk about the tools right here, some of the tools right here which are kind of quite useful, and the ones right here. Okay, just those ones right here and those ones right here. And the next tutorial, we're going to talk about the ones right here and the ones right here. So let's see how far we can go with this. That's all for today. If you love what we're doing right here, give a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and give us a comment below on what we are supposed to release and what we might have failed or forgot. What we have forgotten during when the show was actually running. So thank you very much. Goodbye and